What is up, everybody? Oh, and Abriel, just in time. Perfect timing, literally. We were just talking about that. But what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Sandstorm Decentraland Builder Contest number 6 announcements. So with us today, we have Oscom, Mariana joining us again, and Pablo and Abriel, which some of you may remember, the co-founders of Golfcraft that joined us last week for our Building a Decentraland stream. So great to have you all with us. And I see in chat we've got Juke, Art Cibola, who else do we have? Erica Gloom, Cynthia Gabriel. What is up, everybody? We did just put out a tweet for this, so make sure to go like and retweet that, and join us in Decentraland also, if you are not already in Decentraland. And then, before I get into any introductions and some of our light chit chat as we do here, don't forget that we have contest number 7 currently live, and that is the movie marathon. So for contest number 7, the deadline is this Friday at 11:59 p.m. UTC, and as always, $5,000 prize pool, and you are recreating your favorite scene from your favorite movie or a movie. But as we went over, I believe last week, just be aware that you're not using or infringing on any copyrights. So I think the example was, if you are recreating something from Superman, just don't actually use Superman's logo, right? We got to get the gist of what the scene is, and maybe that'll be part of the game for the judges. Maybe we could actually try to guess what movie the scene is from and whatnot.
Oh my god, I would be so bad at this.
I think I could do pretty good, but I guess it would depend on our submissions, of course. But I think that's all the announcements we have right now. Mariana's making fun of the fact that I said light conversation. We typically have pretty heavy conversation here. But yeah, how is everybody doing today? Mariana, we can start with you.
I am just doing dandy as always. Yeah, no, just been busy. But I guess in terms of like upcoming events that I'm, or what I'm working on, there's going to be this Crystal City Creators event hosted by Crystal City. So I'm helping them manage or, gather creators, builders, NFT artists in Decentraland. So if anyone on stream, or if anyone wants to come and show like a wearable, or even Sandstorm participants, if you want to show your 3D asset at Crystal City, hit me up on Twitter. But yeah, that's what I've been mainly focusing on, doing that. I've been working on my own little blog lately because, gotta make my own Mariana network. So yeah, I'm doing great though.
Are you giving out coins for likes or like all the content?
The Mariana coin.
That would be a great idea. You should do it.
I will invest. But so that's cool. So for anybody who wants to showcase stuff, they can just DM you on Twitter and
yes,
get submissions into Crystal City.
Yep. Yeah. So it's going to be on December 20th. They have this huge tower that, they want to just fill up with creators. There's no submission fee or anything. So yeah, it's going to be like a really cool, like a little Christmas market, if you will, right before the holidays. So yeah, if you guys are interested, let's get your guys' logos, names out there. Would love to see your builds and wearables and assets out there. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Maybe we'll have to make sure to plug that at the end of this as well.
Yeah.
So for anybody that joins us later, but that sounds really cool. Thank you for offering that up. Yeah. So it's what this community is all about. Pablo, how have you been since we last talked? And you're muted. I'm sure he's saying some good stuff though.
Since the last times, I don't know, not so much has happened since a few days. But well, we keep building on Golfcraft as always, preparing the map editor, preparing with Abriel and the rest of the team the Christmas event, and yeah, it's time to prepare Christmas.
So we've got 2 Christmas events to be prepared for already. I wonder how many more there will be. Christmas time is always big in Decentraland. Maybe it'll kick off another bull run for us. Who knows? Wouldn't that be nice? But when are you guys having your Christmas event?
What we are doing? Well, Gabriel, do you want to tell something?
Yeah, Gabriel, how have you been doing, and what
For
do you got
now-
coming up for the Christmas event?
Hi everyone. I'm happy to be here. This is my first time in the contest. We are preparing for the Christmas event. We will be giving away some materials and diamonds for the game with our multiplayer game experience that we are developing right now, where everyone can play at the same time in one single course. That will be fun, and people can find gifts and maybe get somewhere else.
And I know we covered the multiplayer experience last week, so for anybody who wants to check that out, it is up on YouTube. But when will your Christmas event kick off?
We don't really know yet. Maybe in a week or 2.
Like sometime between now and Christmas?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So everybody be on the lookout for that. I also see we've got VV Cryptos in here. Wanted to say shout out to VV Cryptos as well before I lost it. But awesome. So we'll be looking forward to the Crystal City December events, and people can get their wearables or models in for that. Golfcraft, sometime between now and Christmas, maybe next week, will be launching their Christmas event, which will be cool. People will be able to get materials for the multiplayer mode and building. And then Oscom, how have you been? What have you been up to lately?
Oh, I've been doing great. A lot of stuff, but I think more than me, I think I would like to talk about the DCL repository. So a couple of updates on that front, because this weekend I sent over I think a couple of emails to all the different builders who participated in the contest until now. I think from what I saw, I checked just before the stream, we got 4 people who actually submitted. So joke's on me, I didn't put a deadline for it. So I might send you guys another email with more information. But yeah, so I had a couple of feedback. There's a lot of people that are reworking the assets that they made to make them available in the DCL repository. So I will add the 5 items, that people already submitted. And yeah, looking forward to fill this up with more people. If you have questions in regards to the repository and how this works, you can always DM me or reply to the email.
Do you have that link on you right now? I know there's nothing in it yet, but just a link for where we will be putting everything.
Yeah, sure. 1 second. Put it.
And for anybody who doesn't know, similar to the Awesome repository, which is truly awesome in Decentraland, we are creating a Sandstorm DCL repository. So for the past contests, an email has gone out, and if you would like to include a previous submission in this repository, you can respond. We'll get it included, and then moving forward, anybody who submits will have the opportunity to also pop it into the repository. We can build out a nice repo of Sandstorm builder assets for Decentraland.
Yeah, so that's the plan right now, and I think there's a lot of work that will be put into this in the next few weeks. But already very cool to see people engaged. I saw a lot of people that told me they were very excited and they wanted to contribute. So a lot of people that were stressing out because they thought their assets were not good enough as well, so which was pretty cute. But yeah, that's it. What about you, DCLcurations?
Me? I wasn't expecting this question. No, everything has been good. Yeah, it was. We had an American holiday last week. I became an uncle last week. So
What?
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Yes, thank you. So that was pretty exciting.
You would make a great uncle, DCLcurations.
I already bought her a ledger, and I'm gonna give it to her for her first birthday, and then like every year I'll put like more and more crypto into it. And I told my brother that I'm gonna make sure she becomes a blockchain developer. So she has no choice in her future. I have determined.
She is officially employed by the creation station, guys.
yes, exactly. But outside of that, no, everything's been good. Just cruising, checking out these submissions, which were actually awesome. Well, I mean, they're always awesome, but some of these were really, really cool this time around. And I'm curious because Pablo and Abriel, you guys have been on from a just streaming and educational standpoint. So what was it like judging these submissions? And I guess, did anything stand out to you guys? What did you think of the experience?
Well, I always like to see what the people is building in the Decentraland because, I don't know, you see new ideas, really creative ideas. And I really enjoyed reviewing all the creations. And well, let's say separated my evaluation in different aspects. One was the presentation, other the creativity, other how technical, how was the technique implemented, and how it looked. So well, I really enjoyed reviewing all the creations. Really good models there.
Awesome. And Abriel, I heard, so want to hear about your experience this time around, but also heard that you might want to judge the next round as well because of your background. So yeah, tell us about your experience.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. I really enjoyed the creativity on display from the community is amazing. I was surprised by the quality of the presentation with all the animation, the music, the titles. I didn't expect all of that. So yeah, I'm blown away and looking forward for next creations and more creators building here.
We have done quite a good job upskilling some awesome builders here, I think, and some of these people have really, really, really turned into amazing developers. So it's awesome to see that. But I guess, what else is going on in DCL? What is there anything going on in November? Mariana, I'm kind of directing this question towards you because I feel like you're typically very up to date on what's going on in DCL.
Well, technically, there's only 2 days left in November.
Oh my gosh, yes. I have to Christmas shop. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any like major things going on. I know there's little parties here and there. I know, yeah, like Beavers has a party every Tuesday, and then Baby Dolls in the Dollhouse Wednesdays. But as you said, we're awaiting a lot of Christmas events in the coming weeks. So yeah.
Until you said that, I did not realize that December was like 2 days away.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I really missed my Black opportunity or my Black Friday shopping opportunity for Christmas. Instead, I bought myself a telescope though, which will be cool. And that made me think, like, what if there was a telescope in Decentraland and you could look up into the sky and see constellations? What if you could purchase sky space and have, you know how like people sell stars and like parts of the moon, which is totally fake and you definitely don't own that star? Like, what if you could sell like constellations in Decentraland or something
coming
like that?
Soon, DCL stars available for purchase. 90,000 of them.
That's a pretty good name. DCL stars, I like that. I feel like that would sell like hotcakes. And it's coming off of I guess one new thing, and Pablo and Abriel would be interested to hear what you, or if you guys know much about this, but with DCL Worlds, I know that's something that's been talked about a lot, where I don't know if it's been fully implemented, but the concept is that you own a Decentraland name, and by owning this Decentraland name, it gives you access to, I believe, 4 parcels that you can develop on, and they aren't parcels that are in the normal Decentraland realm. They are kind of isolated, so similar to, I think, sandbox experiences, but you would at least have this private world where you can share that link with other people and invite them in. And kind of again makes me think like this constellations idea might actually work. So curious what you guys think about the DCL worlds.
I mean, I'm personally okay.
Sorry.
I guess I'll start. I'm excited for it. Actually, I already deployed something there. I was just testing out. Actually, Virtual's island is in my world right now.
Really?
I just wanted to see if it worked. But anyway, so yeah, Virtual's world lives in my realm right now. Because we had a party at Beavers 2 weeks ago, so I just tested it out. Really simple to set up. It just DCL deploy, add additional 3 more characters, and it's there. It's not underneath my Mariana name, by the way, so don't go searching for it. It's underneath another name, but yeah.
How much does DCL name cost?
100 mana.
Yeah.
So right now it's like $35 bucks.
Cheap.
$40 bucks, something like
that.
that.
Yeah, but
Cool.
you can. I don't know what the limitation is, but I know it's way more than 4 parcels creations. You could probably. I think that there's like a more so a size limitation, like 200 to 300 megabytes. So I'm sure you can build You can probably build a university there.
Yeah, 200 megabytes is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds exciting because I guess performance there is better than in like the standard world as well.
And it allows for people to if you don't have land, even for the Sandstorm people who do the contest, if they have a name in the Decentraland, they can just test deploy their scene in this world, and you can see your avatar. You don't get the default or preview mode. You literally have all your wearables with you too, all your emotes. So yeah,
That's actually
really
a good idea to showcase all the works in an easy way, like deploy them without using our own land or something.
Maybe that's what I'll do the educational thing on Thursday. I might have to try a deploy and then walk people through it.
Yeah, that would be great. That sounds great. So back to you, Pablo, because I know there's a new version of the SDK that comes out soon. So what excites you about it the most?
Well, I like the programming style. It's more oriented to be functional. And well, I didn't have the time to look it deeper, but I think it will improve a lot of things. Also, the networking, the developers will have easy to have multiplayer experience, so that one can open a door and the other will see the door. What I don't know if they will apply this for moving objects, for example. But well, if it's just for some static actions, I think it will be really good and so easy for developers or for people that start learning how to build in Decentraland, that doesn't need to know a lot of programming, just copy paste code and and yes, it looks so promising. And also in the performance, there will be a lot of improvement because right now the communication between 2 layers are too expensive and the data is, let's say, optimized. So it will bring also some optimizations. That's what I have heard. But well,
nice. What are the biggest technical challenges you encountered, like building Golfcraft? I'm sure going from scratch in such a new environment was pretty hard because you need to do everything.
One thing is about when you do a game that you need to give NFTs in that game, a play to earn game, is to think about how the people will abuse your game, or how people will make a bot. Because if you make something really simple, it's good for the people to play, but on the other side, it's good also for bots to
farm.
abuse in the same day you launch. So that's one part that was always difficult. For example, we had a competition that we had to remove, and because the people were abusing, we had some traffic and the number of users lowered, and then the people starting abusing this weakness, and we had to remove it. And the next day there was less players because everyone was using multiple accounts, for example. And another difficult part also is the network. When you make a game, a single player game is a lot easier than doing a multiplayer game, because there are a lot of problems, and maybe each case is different. If you want to make a race game or golf, is something simple, and that's why we are going through it. But it's a big difference to make a multiplayer game or a single player game. And well, I don't know if Gabriel wants to add something, or that's more or less.
About the SDK, the new SDK, I'm excited about the improvements in the performance. I have been trying the client for the VR Oculus Quest 2.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's exciting.
Yeah, and you can tell that there is some difficulty there in the communication between these two layers, the one computing the state of the game and the one rendering the game. So I'm excited that they are improving that. I think that will open the doors for mobile implementations and better browser implementation.
Cool.
Yeah, exciting stuff in the works for Decentraland, and I know they've been constantly improving the desktop client as well. So improvements to the user experience, improvements to the developer experience, and how you can implement stuff. So I think in the coming months, Decentraland is not going to be the same Decentraland it was.
No, and these Decentraland worlds will open the doors to a lot of creative people. Everyone with a name will be able to deploy. Will be much easier to create scenes with the new editor that they recently released a beta version. So I'm really excited. I think the next year will be great for Decentraland.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, like, worse than this year it can't be anyways. So, I mean.
Buying mana, BRB. Yeah, awesome. So I know we have about 30 minutes left. The past 5 times before this, we have never ended on time, and we promised ourselves that we would this time. So I think, Oscom, unless there is anything we didn't cover, I'm not sure if there was like an announcement missed or anything like that, but I think we can go into the results, or not the results, but the submissions.
I think we can quickly shout out the current contest that's going on, which is the movie marathon. So if you want to check it out, Slate Trade, you can open it up eventually. And I will let DCLcurations go over it and go over the rules.
Yeah, so we touched on it briefly, I know, but it is the movie marathon. So it's back to a 1 parcel restriction, which is same as the rescue, one parcel compared to the 4 we were doing for the island. And you finally made it home from the island, and you've been questioned, and people won't stop talking to you and asking you how everything was, and all you want to do is chill and watch some movies. So you are going to recreate your favorite scene from a movie, and the one thing that you need to just keep in mind is the copyrights and trademarks and whatnot. So you want to create the scene, but not directly rip off logos or anything like that. So that is the movie marathon, and submissions end this Friday at 23:59 p.m. UTC.
Actually, I forgot. We do have an announcement.
Ah,
I forgot because we recently released, actually yesterday, we released
wait,
the
yes,
new
yes,
feature,
yeah, this is exciting. Okay.
which is the completely new contest feature on Sandstorm. And that's actually very cool because it will make the entire process of submitting in the Sandstorm contest really way easier, which was the main problem until now. So I will link you this here. I don't know if you can open it. You might need to connect with your wallet, SlateRate, to see all the different options. But so essentially, we now have an entire new section separate from the build section where you see the job offers. We have an entirely new section for contests. So the way you can find it is if you go on the main Sandstorm page. If you go on the main Sandstorm page, if you scroll down, you can see that there are different contests that are ongoing. And then if you click on the contest, for instance, now the most recent one that we launched, which is Builder Contest 20, then you submit your entry, and then you can actually you're put on a page with 3 steps that you need to accomplish. And then you see all the rules, and it's very, very straightforward. And then you need to mint the asset, etc. So this means there's no more Google Forms, there's no more external things or whatever. It's everything on the platform. So you see here contest details, mint collection, share on Twitter. So you will have the first thing where you have like the rules, and then you can, if you click on the number 2, you're directly linked towards the contest entry and the minting thing. Make sure to go through this process because it tags the asset specifically for that contest. And then you share it, and then there's an entire voting process as well that we'll detail, where people can go on the website and vote from the website itself. So in our case, for judges, it will mean the judges will have a specific tag, and they will be able to vote on the website, which makes everything automatic. So that's very cool on both ends. So I hope you guys are excited about this. And now we can transition to...
Well, and I was just going to say, plus the badges. So when you
Yeah.
judge and you participate as a judge, you will now receive a badge on that platform that kind of validates you. Same thing if you participate and if you do certain builds, you will start getting badges that kind of showcase your work. That will kind of become like a resume on this platform. But yes, okay, now without further delay, going to these submissions. All right, so I believe this time around we had 13 submissions, and this was the rescue. So Oscom, you're up. Yeah, no, we won't start with Oscom. We'll start at the bottom this time. Abriel, what did you think going through these different builds, and were there any criteria? I know Pablo had mentioned the technicality, the creativity, and then kind of the overall implementation of it. But what did you look at mainly, and how did you rate these different builds?
My main vision was about the creativity and how it looked and feel. So I didn't grade each entry in different categories. I simply sorted them from the best one to the last best one for me. And I really like the creativity, and I don't know, we are now seeing some entries that I really didn't expect. taking account the theme. Yeah, I was looking into that.
I always love when judges are like, yeah, I wasn't expecting, this level of quality or this kind of creativity. So it's always good when judges are caught off guard by that. Pablo, I know you already talked about it a little bit, but I guess instead of how you kind of graded these, is there anything that stood out to you in particular, or anything that you were just truly blown away with?
Something what? Sorry.
Is there anything where you were judging that like really blew you away?
Well, what won my vote was the animals, like the octopus and the turtle. That was unexpected for me, and that's really well executed. These two works were, I don't know, really creative for me, and well, also the others, the presentation, and that I think is something that also need to be evaluated, because well, you can do a great model, but the presentation is also important. If you put some music at the start, or so that's more or less.
So not just the creation of it, but the delivery of the assets itself.
Yes.
And I do admit, okay, so note to self, if Pablo is ever judging again in the future, do something animal based. I did think the animals were very creative, though. I liked that. I wasn't expecting that either. But Mariana, yeah, what did you think this time around? This is what, your third time judging?
I want to say fourth.
She's
Four
a pro now.
She's a go-to.
Yeah, so my criteria has always kind of been the same, but like, yeah, I always look at the quality of the model itself, the textures used, animations in play. I'm a huge advocate for the storytelling, but then also, thinking outside of the box in terms of the, the ideas. I was not expecting any animal rescue type builds. So that blew me off the chart too. So yeah. I think everyone kind of mentioned it, but yeah, overall creativity, the submission itself, and yeah.
I think I was surprised. I'm pretty sure every single submission did show a deployment in Decentraland this time around. There's always like one or two where they either like forget or it's in a different file or something. But I'm pretty sure everybody is a pro now, and they all have included their submissions in Decentraland. Oscom, anything that stood out to you this time around?
The main feedback I would give is I think those assets are super, super, super cool in terms of things that people can easily implement in the land. So I'm really, really excited about this contest specifically because there are a lot of great ideas that you can very easily put in very different various experiences and just like make things more spicy. Like this turtle, you can just put it in any like random party, and I think it's just funny to do that. So yeah, I really like what the people did. So yeah, I think not big feedback other than what the others said, where I completely agree.
Completely agrees. Love it. I wonder what everybody thinks about and this. Oh, really quick. We do have Aper ETH that has joined us, and Meta DJ Official. What is up? How's it going? But I'm curious, what did people think about the 1 parcel constraints versus 4 parcel constraints? And from the builders that are on, is there any like preference? Did you prefer building in a smaller scene, or did you like the additional space that was previously given? So something to think about, because I have been toying around with for a while, doing basically a microscopic build challenge where you have to build a scene or some experience in like a 1 by 1 meter constraint. So I think that would be really cool, just to kind of challenge the creativity, because you would get the full limit of the try counts. You basically just have to make everything microscopic. But yeah, for anybody who's in the chat, let us know what you think about build sizes and what you would like to see the size of builds being in the future. And with the 20 minutes left, Should we? I think we should go into our top
Yep.
5. Okay, on the same page here. Slaterade, will you kick us off with number 5? And there we go.
Let's go, Meta DJ official.
Yes.
I want to see you compete.
This is, I thought you were saying Meta DJ. This is not Meta DJ submissions. This is Antonio Azzolino in 5th place with the DRD chopper. So this one I thought was the Decentraland logo I really liked, just because it wasn't the red of the initial color. I liked that it was orange and the way that they blended it in. I don't know why, but that personally just popped, I suppose. But what did everybody else think? Oscom?
I personally liked the design of the assets. Like, I was thinking, if you were to be saved from an island, this would be the kind of like Decentraland savior asset you would like to have. You know, it's easier to jump in. It's like, it makes sense. You know, you can see how it would like float down and go off the island and back into civilization.
Like, this could legitimately rescue you.
Exactly. I would approve my rescue with this vehicle. No, and generally, I think the branding on the asset was good. Colors were well chosen. The little details inside were cool. The animations on the flying little things were very cool. So, great asset.
Mariana, what do you think?
Yeah, you know what? Oscom took the words out of my mouth. But I like in a sense, the helicopter itself is simple, right? There's nothing too crazy going on. Just, you know, the animations are really cool. I like the logo that they put on. And then even just like the scene itself, I'm a sucker for palm trees and water. So, but yeah, no, and even just like the video, I'm like, ooh, where are we flying to? But yeah, no, great piece. I needed to rescue me from my build.
I like the Decentraland rescue team that pops up.
There we go.
Pablo, what were your thoughts?
Well, I really like it. This model, it's surprising to me. It's like the proportions, like it's like, I don't know, the mini car, but in a helicopter. It's well executed. It's more or less perfect. I don't know that if it's the winner or no, but it's really well executed. I don't see anything wrong in this model. Really nice work.
Awesome. And that brings us to you, Abriel. If there's anything left unsaid.
And it's number 5, Pablo. Just so you know. Top 5.
Yeah. I think it's cute. I like that it's cute. It's a cute helicopter. And I also like the effect in the engines. Doing effects is hard in Decentraland. There are not many options, and you need to be creative. And I think the motion and the material works really well to convey this idea of powerful engines moving the helicopter.
I think that intro part of the video, I think Mariana, you said it, but when it's going through, it kind of reminded me of like Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know why, but I felt the same way. I was like, oh, where is this going? Where is it taking me? And they're rushing to rescue you. So congratulations to Antonio Azzolino. And yes, that was 5th place. So now on to 4th place, Slaterade. We have Aeon with the turtle submission. So I know everybody has a lot to say about this one. But Pablo, I think you were the first one to mention how much you liked the animals. So you can start us off. What did you think of this build?
Well, technically it's perfect. The textures, everything, is so original, it's creative, and I don't know. It's the turtle is also cute, of course. It's an animal, and you feel a connection with it. And for me, it's amazing, this work from Ion. So
I couldn't agree more. Gabriel, what do you think?
I really like the textures. They look like, in some case, pictures, photography. I think it's really a creative use of texture. In some case, I suspect that they are using textures from plants on an animal, and I think that is great. Or rocks, and that quality of rock or plant in an animal, I think is a good idea.
Mariana?
Yeah, I also was fond of the texture and even just the idea of a turtle being a rescue item. That definitely, I think the creativity of it is what got me. And then yeah, as Gabriel mentioned, just using like this type of texture, definitely well executed. It just feels so real when you like looking into the turtle, and then of course the turtle is taking away some rocks that I was probably underneath. They saved me. But yeah, no, great idea, and yeah, love it. I need it.
Oscom.
Yeah, I really love this asset. But to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, those rocks. Why is he traveling with those rocks?
So I
was underneath them, Oscom.
Right. Cave collapsed. Mariana was buried under the rocks.
Of course.
Turtle came,
Of
pulled the
course.
rocks off.
Turtle comes. It takes the entire cave like this. It pushes it up.
Yeah.
Puts it on the raft. That's a crazy good turtle, I have to say.
I was gonna say, Oscom, based off of the last one, on a would you be rescued by this or would you not be rescued by this? Where do you stand?
On a rescue basis, I mean, I think from a risk perspective, I think there's bigger risk with the turtle than the helicopter. So
helicopters crash all the time. Turtles live to be like 100.
Yeah.
That's true. So
what is the life expectancy of a helicopter?
There are some good arguments here. I might need to reconsider this, but I think it depends on the size of the ocean, right? So if the ocean is really like if you're stranded like really far from civilization, yeah, maybe the turtle would be a better bet actually.
Yeah. All right, we got a solid maybe from Oscom.
And you have a friend in the middle of the ocean.
That's true. That's true. You can talk to it.
Yeah, it's your friend.
If you were stranded for 30 days, you can wait another 30 days until you get back to shore.
That's true.
That is true. Slow and steady, guys.
Wins the race. Exactly. So congratulations again, Aeon.
The rock is the friend, says Artsibola. That would be so smart.
Oh wait, is this from the? I'm wondering.
It's from Aeon.
Right.
It was the island with this golem.
Oh, it was the island with the golem. Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I don't know if it's the golem though. Doesn't look like the golem.
Well, my imagination would run wild with this now.
Wow.
But that is a creative integration if that's what it was.
And Ion is a Frenchman, so shout out to Frenchies.
Ah, yes, Oscom showing his love.
Show it.
But that brings us to third place. Slaterade, take it away. Yes. The floating getaway. This is by Gabs. And I thought this one was really unique just with the way the colors popped. I think that's kind of what did it for me. But Gabriel, what did you think?
I think the use of color is great. I like the gradients that gives it depth, and it's just fun to look. It's cute and it's all rounded. I really like it. It was one of my favorites.
Definitely cute. I think I saw somebody saying that in the chat. Like,
Did you
Griffield,
notice?
very
Did you
cute.
notice that Abriel said that both the things were cute, but not the turtle. So the turtle was not cute.
Abriel hates animals. You heard
No, the realistic texture is not something that gives me cuteness.
Okay, it was the texture. Okay. I'm joking.
Slater,
I'm messing with you.
Slater 8, it looks like we lost the screen there, just by the way. If you could pop that back up.
Yeah.
But Pablo, what did you think about this?
Well, the presentation, for example, here is perfect. I think it's one of the best perfect presentation, if not the best. I think it has some music also, and you see how the boat is built, and at the end it looks a funny vehicle. So it's really good work, of course.
Mariana?
You know, I got up vibes when I looked at this right away with the balloon. So actually, fun fact: when I was doing my submission for the submission, it was the blip in time. I was actually gonna do a blip like a hot air balloon. I never ended up doing it, so this kind of gave me like that vibe. But yeah, no, I think it comes to the technicality. Like, this is a legit, asset that would rescue you. You have the hot air balloon to pull up the boat. You have the the functionality of the boat to whatever, go through the ocean. The animation is there. It's simple in terms of submission. However, the asset showed the true capability of it. So yeah, I like it. Like it all.
It's an all-terrain vehicle we got here.
An all-terrain vehicle, yeah.
Yeah, versatile.
Yes.
Oscom, what did you think? What did you think about the versatility of this submission here?
I think that's great. You have you have a storm. You can go down on the. I lost my words. I think there's only one thing that is missing here. It can't turn into a submarine. So there is still some risk. If you want to do full versatile, then maybe Transformers. I don't know, like.
So this needs one more functionality to be able to be a submarine.
It's not 100% safe. What I'm saying. No, I'm joking. I think it's a great idea. I think it was very cool, and I like the asset. I personally preferred the more creative approaches with animals and stuff, because that's it speaks to me more. But I liked I think if you looked at it from like a pure conceptual design, where you take a classical boat or any form of rescue thing you can create, then I think that would be like one of the best picks if you were more pragmatic about the contest.
It reminded me of a Fortnite vehicle, like the Fortnite bus, if it was in SpongeBob or something. I don't know why SpongeBob just popped into my mind all of a sudden. But awesome submission, and congratulations again, Gabs.
Great work.
This was great. And that brings us to number 2. I think we're actually going to be on time today. So Mariana, you're welcome. I know you have a meeting, but Slaterade, take us to number 2. Okay. This one, I think there were 2 animal submissions, and I think both of them placed. There might have been 3 animal submissions, but this was by Yuri. Yuri, congratulations on 2nd place in Sandstorm build competition number 6. Mariana, what did you think of this one?
Yeah, I love the mechanic of it. Like, I wasn't thinking about the animal, idea, but in terms of like outside the box, the outside the box with the octopus, leading you, and there's like that mechanic of him, like he has something to work for, right? But yeah, I love the animation, like that it actually like moves, within the scene. And then the guy's just chilling there, But yeah, no, great use of the texture. Even just like look at the octopus, like that is like a solid like materials. So yeah, love it.
Slater is asking if that's Nemo on the end of the stick, and I think
So-
it might
yeah,
be.
Does look like Nemo.
I think
yeah,
that
fun
might be Nemo. Pablo, what'd you think?
Well, I really like the octopus, of course. I don't know if you've seen a documentary of a man that tries to be friend of octopus. It's a real documentary. I don't know. I just have this memory, and I don't know. The octopus, it looks friendly, and the textures are so cool. So this is one of my favorites, of course.
I just Googled that, and it is called My Octopus Teacher. And I like how you thought about the practicality of whether or not you could train an octopus to rescue you during this. Abriel, what did you think?
I like that it feels like a game asset. You can see this character in a game, like a Nintendo game, alongside Mario and other characters, and it has a purpose. It's carrying this island thing, and it has some storytelling. You can feel what the octopus is thinking, that it wants the fish, but the fish is always escaping from it. I think it has a lot of layers of storytelling and ideas, and all very well executed. It's really great.
I think that somebody asked by the way, Can Arias 5, thanks for joining us. They asked, is that Pablo of Golfcraft? Yes, this is Pablo and Abriel of Golfcraft. So we are very excited that they were able to join us for this. And I know in last week's stream, we talked about some of the other video games that y'all had developed. And there was that one pirate ship one with the voxel boxes. And I could almost see this being a game asset for that. You know, I feel like it has that kind of vibe. So yeah, Abriel, going off of what you just said, I definitely could see this being in a game. Oscom, last up, what did you think?
This asset is so stupid that it's genius, and that's why it's my absolute favorite. Because, like, think about it. it's stupid. This octopus, he's just going, like, his entire life purpose is just getting Nemo, and he could just, you know, branch off or something and just go down and find food somewhere else. So it's just so funny to me. And I don't know, like, why would he even bother to push up the raft? He could just put it down and then get Nemo, you know?
Have you not watched My Octopus Teacher? They have established a bond.
Oh my god, this is great. So on the risk level perspective that we were talking about before, would not advertise to take this rescue vehicle. You know, you might have like a, let's say, 10 to 20% chance of like surviving, but you know, you're in for an adventure.
One little
that's great.
distraction will just veer that octopus away.
What happens when you need to eat the fish too, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the risk, right? You have multiple risks. So first of all, what happens if there's a tempest, right? So you just die.
A tempest?
Not tempest.
Is
that how you say it? No, storm. Sorry, if there's a storm. Excuse me.
Storm. Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, okay. I just googled tempest. A tempest is a violent windy storm.
Yeah. See. So if there's it's a tempête in French. So
a tempête would not be good for any of these rescue vehicles.
Would not be good for any of them. I know. But yeah, else, yeah, whatever. I mean, the asset is great. For me, it was my personal number one, but I really liked it. It was funny.
Yes, all around awesome submission, and that brings us to first place. Slaterate, can you swap it over? This is by Art Cibola. So congratulations, Art Cibola. You were taken away first place. This is quite a long submission, but this almost for me went from just being a submission to being like an introduction to a movie, almost the way that it was put together. So Oscom, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I think this submarine asset was a really good idea. I think this asset really won because of its presentation. The starting scene where you just see like the little eye, etc. It starts on the island, which is also a great little thing to have. You know, like you see how it starts, you see how the player goes in, you see then how they move. I think it was just like really well thought about, and also the internal things in the submarine. You know, you just want to go party there. So I guess, and from a risk perspective, again, that might be the best option you have, right? Granted, the submarine is well constructed and doesn't have holes, but you know, let's assume Art Sybil did his job well. So yeah, I think like super good asset.
And I'm just noticing the Waifumon calendar there in the submission. Shout out Waifu, big group in Decentraland here. But on to you, Mariana. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, you know, kind of back to that movie thing that you mentioned. It literally felt like a Pixar movie as I was like watching it, like the little eye that came out of the water. So definitely the presentation or the storytelling really helped get, you know, put together the functionality of it. But then even when I like when it opened up the, you know, like the hood. And I don't know if Meta DJ's still here, but Meta DJ loves music. He's a DJ, so like I felt like I was able to enter a party. Like I was rescued for, you know, or I was, you know, stranded for 5 months. I needed music, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in this I was going to say helicopter. It's submarine. But yeah, no, I loved the internal piece of the model, the submission, and yeah, just all the moving parts, animation, and the JTV Waifumon. Shout out to JTV.
You're actually giving some great ideas. Like I think the next step for like DJs in Decentraland, like on top of doing those big panels, like here you can literally have the DJ be in an asset and animate around, and you know, like be literally like a movie concert or something. That's a good idea.
So Art Cibola, we're gonna have to talk. I'm gonna need the submarine.
Oh, Meta DJ says they're here. So yeah, might have to work on that. Portable DJ vehicles.
Yes.
Pablo, what did you think?
Well, I think the creator here, I can feel the passion he put in every detail, the introduction, the interior. So I think he has put effort on every aspect here. The introduction, the presentation also is funny. How I don't know how you say this part of the submarine, the telescope or the eye that appears from the water. Well, as you see, the interiors also, it has a lot of detail, the Waifumon, so really nice work. I like it.
Awesome. And Gabriel?
I like that it's like a toy that I can hold. I feel like I can put it in the water and it will go away. I really like that. I think it's well executed. I like the colors, and now that I'm seeing the video, I like the contrast between the exterior that is yellow, like a simple toy, and inside that is with all these lights and screens. I think it's great.
I'm starting to think like people could literally make a Decentraland movie, you know, like where avatars could have different roles, and we could build scenes with like different props, and you know, we could record it and literally make a production film in Decentraland. How cool would that be? Like the intro to this is just kind of making me see that possibility.
Yeah, totally. I think there are some music videos made in Decentraland and feature film. It's totally possible. You can even include the different communities, the current buildings and plazas.
maybe we'll have to get a group of people together and develop some indie submission for the next like indie music festival coming up. A Decentraland movie submission. I think that could
That's
be
a good
pretty
idea.
cool. Right?
That's a good idea.
Thank you. Have them all the time. No big deal. No, but all right. Yeah. Congratulations again to Antonio Azzolino, Aeon, Gabs, Yori, and Art Sabola for being the top 5 winners this competition. All submissions obviously were amazing, but you 5 really stood out, and would love to see some of these videos make its way into Decentraland full time. Maybe get some DJs going around, floating around. But that is it for us today outside of closing statements. Mariana, I know you have to jump off. So do you want to give your closing statements first?
Yeah, I just want to say, yeah, great job, everyone. Continue creating, building, and yeah, glad to be invited back again to be here. So I look forward to the next one. So yeah, I'm gonna hop off, everyone. Great job. Congratulations to all the winners today.
Yeah, thank you, Mariana. Thanks for being on.
Yeah, nice seeing our Golfcraft friends, Pablo and Gabriel. Welcome to the team.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah, take care, everyone.
Bye. Yeah, Pablo, any last words? Anything coming up for you personally or for Golfcraft? And I know you'll probably share that with Gabriel, but your name is first on the list here. So,
well, this is amazing what you do here. It's really funny to be here and to be with you. So thanks a lot for inviting us. I think Gabriel will be really glad to join you in the next contest. Oh, well.
Yes, and thank you for being on again, Pablo. Gabriel, any last words? And
thanks for having us. It's show you see all the creations, and I'm looking forward for the next contest to see what people do with the new movie team. I'm really enjoying it.
I can't wait to have you on again. That contest closes this Friday, so the stream or the announcements for that will be 2 weeks from now. So everybody be on the lookout for that. Oscom, want to close us out?
Yeah, sure. So thank you very much for watching. A couple of things that you might pay attention to. First of all, for the people that got emailed by me, the repository. So please keep that in mind. If you want to submit an asset that every single person in the Decentraland community can use, just fill out the form that I sent you. I will send the reminder emails end of this week, and hopefully we'll get a lot of different people in there. Why would you be interested in doing this? It's because the one rule we put in this DCL repository is that people who actually use your assets mention it and tag you on Twitter, give you exposure, etc. I think that's a great model and a great way to be included in those different parties in an easy way and create some good connections within the space. And I think that's something that really is needed for a different project to work together and artists to come together, get more ideas, get more creative things, make friends, etc. I think that's a great way to do it. On the other notes, DCLcurations already mentioned the current ongoing contest. It's closing this Friday, so make sure to get your entries in. And starting next week, new contest feature, so you definitely want to check that out if you were a bit, not familiar with the way Sandstorm worked and the way the contest features work, because it was pretty confusing until now. That will change, and I think you will be able to make it way easier for yourself and for your friends if you want them to join as well, to enter and get on board on Sandstorm. And else, thank you very much, and see you next time.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you Thursday. Thanks for joining.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot. Viva, arriba España, que gane el mundial. It's the World Championship,